Man, honestly, mm, it depends. Well, it doesn't really depends. Honestly, no.
No.
You shouldn't be charged as much because at the end of the day, you are just watching a video. What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. Do you know the Vibras?
Because
We
we
know
know
the
the
Vibras.
Vibras.
This is your host, Michael Carrasco, aka Mr. Golden, and I'm with.
Wanda Don.
In today's episode, we're going to be discussing how virtual school, virtual learning has impacted students, teachers, parents, and, amidst of the pandemic.
Pros and cons.
And we're going to be also going deep into the pros and cons.
Yes.
But to get it started today, as always, we're going to go with the quote of the day.
Yes. Quote of the day today will be, "Don't let yesterday take up too much of today." And that quote comes from Will Rogers, who was an American actor and columnist. So basically, whatever happened yesterday, today is a new day and a fresh start. Stay with something positive, be able to push forward, and, if something negative happened yesterday, block it out and just look, for the future and your current state. And, just keep pushing, guys,
Yeah,
That's the
that
quote.
I feel like that's a really good quote,
Yes.
especially with everything happening. Yeah, you just gotta
Yes.
keep pushing forward and not let what happened yesterday, define what will happen today and tomorrow.
Yes. So the influence of today's episode, being Zoom University, the whole outline of, the online learning is in honor of my graduation.
Woo woo!
I just graduated last Thursday.
Congrats, my man.
Everybody clap it up. Drop the clap emojis in the comments.
Let's
Wanda
go.
Don has graduated. The Don is finally out of the
Man,
school system for
welcome.
now.
Welcome to the big boy word now.
Yes, yes,
Now,
man.
how are you feeling? How you feeling?
Man, it's still surreal. It went by so fast. It feels a little awkward in a way because I feel like, not that I didn't earn it, but it just feels weird since it was online. Well, the virtual.
Right.
Well, we graduated. We had a little mini grad walk, which was not too long, and it wasn't your typical commencement. But it just feels like me having all my classes online and me not being with my colleagues and other classmates in person. It just
Yeah.
makes it feel like it wasn't official.
No, I feel that. I went somewhat of the same feelings, but I was doing virtual learning for a shorter period than you were. I did it for like 3-4 months. You did it for what, a year?
A year. Well,
year.
I honestly so I had the option of having classes in person and online, but we were in the middle of the pandemic, so I didn't want to take any risk and go in person. So I
Right,
just
right.
opted out and had all my classes online, which isn't
Okay.
which is gonna lead now to our main conversation, like the pros and cons of online learning. Which I
Mhm.
mean, me personally, I like it in a way because I feel like I can manage my time better.
Okay. Okay. That's a
Like,
good point.
yeah, because I feel like when I'm in person, you're kind of like pressured to do things. Like the teachers are telling you, this is do this, this is do that. But
All right.
and I never really use a calendar, which is bad. Like, use a calendar to organize your stuff.
Yeah, that's how I stayed on track back in college. Have my little. I probably have one laying around. I kind of
Yeah.
sort of use it still today. And I think it's a good habit because it keeps you aligned with
Yeah.
what you have to do when you have to finish certain
Right.
things.
And the benefit of online learning, well, at least for me, on my classes, the Canvas app, they have like a calendar there. So there I see what is due and when, what I'm saying. So that way I can manage my time a little better. I
Yeah.
don't know how you feel about online learning. I'm not opposed to it. I just hate I like the time management aspect of it, but I just hate the fact that I don't get that connection with the teacher and classmates.
Right.
It's just not the same.
Yeah, for me, I'm a different type of learner. When I learn, I like to be able to, be able to ask questions. I'm also more of a visual learner. So, like, especially for my major, was a little difficult because I graduated with a major in media production and minor in marketing. So both what do you call it, courses were mainly like hands on.
Yeah.
So me not being to be in school, holding the camera, learning how to use the camera right. Uh, it kind of like, through that whole experience for me,
Yeah.
especially, when the pandemic happens, we're actually in the middle of the big like final project,
Yeah.
which was actually creating a film. I was super excited for it. I was getting able to create a film. Didn't have to worry about budget or anything like that. So, um, I feel that's why I don't really like it, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to it. Some people just learn different. You know, like you were pointing out, the whole interaction with different students, interaction with your teachers, professors. I feel like that's really important, especially being face to face. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, and like it just takes away from it because I mean, if you think about it, one of the big cons of the online learning, I mean, it's a con for the professors, but a pro, not a pro. I don't know. It might be a con for both of us because what I'm talking about is the being on your phone at like while being in class. So you're gonna get
Right.
carried away, and you could be more, drawn to being on your phone and
More
going.
distractions in
Yeah, it's more
general.
distraction. That's what I'm saying. So that's one con of the online learning is people tend to get distracted more easily.
Yeah, no, I see that. You know me, I get distracted real quick.
Yeah.
So when I was taking, luckily I only had really one class to go to because my media production professors were like, "Well, we can't really teach you guys anything when you got without you being in person." So they gave us like little assignments to do here and there. But yeah, for that one class, I think it was like personal finances. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I used to log in the morning, like 9 a.m., go back to sleep, wake up like 10 minutes before the class was over. And yeah, like I really didn't learn anything.
Yeah. But the thing is, so I get that a lot of people say that they haven't learned much, but you got to think about it, guys. You can't blame the professors or
No,
your teachers
no.
for it because you got to think about it. This is new to them. They weren't going
Right.
through college learning how to do this stuff.
Yes. Yeah,
So
I completely agree with that. Yeah.
they're learning as we go, so they don't know what's gonna work, what's not gonna work. So
I feel that
that's
the
why,
thing is we weren't accustomed to that whole, online learning environment.
yeah,
So it was pretty much overnight that we're like, okay, schools are going to online. You guys need to, get on Zoom,
yeah,
whatever. Like I didn't know how to use Zoom
me either, bro.
prior to,
Me either.
doing online classes. But, at the same time as human, as students, we need to be able to adjust to that.
Right.
And I feel that was the main point. A lot of people were kind of like refusing it. So, yeah.
One big thing that I want to ask you and the viewers watching us,
All right.
is like the biggest question of all. I feel like for college students is, should we still be getting charged the amount that we get charged for Zoom? You know what I mean? Like tuition, all of that,
Ooh,
room and board, all
yeah.
of this stuff. What do you think? Let us know in the comments, and you can attack it if you want.
Man, honestly, it depends. Well, it doesn't really depends. Honestly, no.
No.
You shouldn't be charged as much because at the end of the day, you are just watching a video.
You are, and you're not getting. I feel like you're losing out on so much, man.
Yeah.
Hands-on activities,
Interaction.
interactions. You're not using the school resources like you'd use them,
Exactly.
before.
Exactly.
That's why I feel as if you shouldn't be getting charged the same amount. At least, not. I don't know, man. It's tough, bro, because I don't know where's the money going towards and how.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the problem, bro.
I mean, we got it. The other thing that we need to take into consideration is the fact that you still have to pay the teachers.
Yeah, yeah.
Universities still need to pay their electricity bill
Yeah.
whatsoever. All that.
But
all
we're
the
not
costs of it.
using that stuff.
But
though.
yeah, that's the main thing. We're not using that stuff. So why are we being charged for something that we're not using? So that's where
No, and
it can go back and
especially
forth.
no, and especially like if you think about it, not everyone is as fortunate to have college paid for and all of the above. So
That's right.
there are some family that only have certain resources, and in the middle of the
Right.
pandemic, when families are struggling and finding trying to find needs and financial help, maybe they were going towards that like the money they had apart for their children, college, and they had to
Mhm.
use some of that
So I
maybe
had
to
to
pay
use
the rent
some
and
of
stuff
that.
like that.
Yeah.
That's why it sucks because a lot of people, took the year off,
Mm-hmm.
didn't go to college for
Mm-hmm.
during the middle of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people don't approve of the it
And
being
another
the same
thing
cost.
I want to add is a lot of the families, and this is more geared towards more, grade school. Some of the families are not fortunate to have, internet at home,
Internet,
computers.
right?
So
It put pressure on a lot of people. They
put
had
pressure on a
to
lot of people.
get
Yeah,
internet, great stable connection,
exactly.
find a way to even
Especially
get
if they
on
have
to them.
multiple kids.
Right.
How, now you have to go out and buy, let's say if you have three kids, three tablets or three laptops, that,
No.
where you going to get that money
And
for,
most importantly, this is something that leads on to another con, which is parents having to work around their schedules. Because
Yes, that's a big one. That's a big
when you're in
one.
high school, middle school, maybe you could manage
You
your,
can manage, but
you as a student can manage it. But when you have kids in elementary school, they can't. I mean, practically they're teaching themselves, and they don't have that like was it capacity, capability? I don't know. But they don't have the
capabilities.
capacity or whatever to learn and teach themselves, so they need their parents' assistance. That's another thing.
Exactly.
Parents
Yeah.
didn't become parents are not teachers. I mean, they are, but they're not trained to be these type of teachers.
Yeah, yeah. And another thing that happened is some of the parents, luckily some companies, did the right thing, hey, your kid is going to school at home, you can work from home.
Yeah.
That way it gives it
See,
flexibility.
that's good.
Yeah, but now a lot of parents, what do you call this? Uh Not relate. What's the other word? I had the word in my mouth. A lot of depend.
Depend.
Yeah, a lot of parents depend on school as a way for them, because they can't afford somebody
Like
to take care of the kids while they're at work.
daycare.
So yeah, like daycare and stuff like that. So a lot of the parents, you know, depend on the kids being in school. That way they can go out there and work, especially
Okay.
younger kids. Now a lot of this moms, some of them had to quit jobs.
Yes.
Some of them lost jobs.
Yes.
Uh, you know, uh, like I said, luckily some companies were giving parents the ability to work from home, so kind of help. But how about those parents that didn't have that ability?
That's what
You
I'm
know,
saying. Yeah, I mean, not everyone is as fortunate, as
exactly.
certain families. That's the one negative that you could take away from it. Now, we don't know. Maybe there's something good that we could take out of online learning. Maybe, say, for instance, God forbid, a student gets sick, and then they could use the Zoom while their friends and other ones are in
Yeah,
class. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what you could. It teaches you in a way, as life teaches you lessons along the way, and this is a
Mhm.
perfect example where this may be incorporated into the future way of learning. You never know. Some people love it, some people rather
No.
have it. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's people that learn better virtually.
yeah, yeah.
So, it worked for some people, it didn't work for some other people. So I feel like now once the pandemic, is over, which, we're seeing progress, a lot of
Yes,
progress, things
yes.
are starting to open up. I feel like when it comes to education, there's gonna be more flexibility now for
Hmm.
students,
Hmm.
especially, those kids that have to travel for a football game or a
Yeah.
baseball game when they have to travel like hours to get where they're
Yep.
playing. Now they had that flexibility. Okay, I have to take this class at 1 p.m., but I have to leave at 12. It takes 3 hours to get there.
Yeah.
I can hop on my phone.
Right. Nine, one major thing kind of simulates to the online learning thing, which is, it's sad. A lot of students have missed out, especially in high school, have missed out on certain big opportunities like prom,
Prom, yes,
certain homecoming events.
yes,
It's a
yes.
ton of activities, man, and it's sad, but that's why I feel like a lot of students now are just suffering from mental health because they don't get to experience what their parents, experience or their older siblings experience. So they're kind of growing up in a new world. This
No,
may be the
yeah,
new
they
world,
are.
so they're adapting. It's probably hard for parents to even explain to their kids what's going on in the world. Like kids don't know why they have to wear
Yeah,
masks, so it's it's something interesting. But that's why parents are the warriors they are, and
amen to
get the
that.
credit that they get, because they, adapt to things as they go. They can't control much, so they have to be able to learn and
Hmm.
apply things so their, kids see that, it is possible to, keep pushing in the middle of a pandemic. So,
Yeah, no, no, big props to all those parents that are making it happen over there, especially
yes.
with everything that's happening now. Another thing that I wanted really to focus on is so we talked about like our experiences. Now I want to give school systems some props here.
Yes.
You know, they for those students that are not able to afford computers, they're actually some school systems, some
Providing
counties
them
provided them
and
some big
internet.
pro and internet. Yeah, and a big thing, big player. It's actually something that has been set in place. Comcast
Yeah.
actually has a service. If you have a child in
Mm-hmm.
school, you can actually get decent internet for $10.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, so that was a big emphasis during the pandemic, and I applaud
Yes.
Comcast for doing that.
Yes,
I
definitely.
wish other communication companies were doing the same
Right.
when it comes to that.
Nah, props to the businesses out there that are helping out the families that need it.
Yes,
It's great.
yes,
It shows that they want students in our future to learn, because they're gonna be a part of us, and they're gonna be the ones that are gonna be the presidents and things like that. So
hmm
why not be helpful and help them out with internet, if they need a laptop, books, resources, because that's another thing. Usually, a lot of schools give out supplies and things, and this year they probably couldn't
yeah.
give them out. Maybe they had like a way where students could drive up,
Get
to
their
the school and get
books and
their books and
stuff.
stuff, which is something that gives you like that back to school vibe. Because when they
Yeah,
start giving
yeah.
out backpacks and stuff, you get them back to school.
Oh man, not back to school, man. That was a big thing when like we were getting back to school. You
Yeah,
go to the mall, get some fresh outfits for the
yeah.
first. Man, some of these kids are missing out on
the
that,
the
man.
first day of school fit.
Yeah, yeah, the one that you laid out like 2 nights
Yo,
before.
damn, good point, bro. Nah, facts. That's what I'm saying. Like the first day fit was like the most important thing in that time. Like
Right.
we used to always, make sure we had the flyest fit, have it nice and laid out on your bed with the
Mm-hmm.
shoes on
No
top,
wrinkles in
the
that
socks,
shit.
everything, no
Everything
wrinkles,
matched, man. Yeah.
everything. So it's
Nice backpack.
if you now that I think about it, bro, I don't even think people really paid attention to your fits that crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
It just made us feel good, man.
Yeah, it did. I mean, and it's like crazy because it was like a walkway type of vibe.
Yeah.
Once you get off the bus, you start walking. You feel me? All flea and stuff.
Yo, look at
So
this. Oh wait, hold on.
yeah, but hey, you could kind of see the pro out of it in a way. Because look,
A
now
lot of
people
parents are saving money.
saving money. They don't have
Yeah.
to buy clothes. I mean, because if you think about it, you really don't need to get all looking nice for Zoom. You just behind the camera, all they see is your top. So it's like you really don't have to spend money on uniforms and clothes and shoes. So
Yeah,
parents are
no,
probably
yeah.
like happy and applauding that.
Yeah,
They don't
you
have
don't
to.
you don't have kids coming back with like stain,
Yep,
food
stains.
fight type of stuff.
Facts. Yeah, that's another thing. Students are missing out on school lunch. I mean, but a lot of schools are back in school now. But in the middle of the
Yeah,
pandemic, they were
at
missing
least
out on
have
the
yeah.
school lunches at the cafeteria,
A
the
lot of
good
families
times.
depend
Yeah.
on no, it's tough times. I seen that we were able to adapt pretty well.
Yes.
One more thing. This is why I think virtual learning is not as good. Younger kids, man. Younger kids need that interaction with other kids, especially when they're learning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids, and when I'm talking about younger kids, I'm talking about ages like 5 to like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the like I feel like those 5 years are the most crucial
Yeah.
to kind of like help a kid develop their
Yeah.
their
And
personality.
when we're in that age, we see that in that when we were in elementary, a lot of things were hands on.
Yes.
So now, you growing up and not being much hands on, it's kind of like it takes away from the fun, that was in school, which was, oh, I can't wait to go to art class to do this and that. Now
Yeah.
you're not doing that stuff. So that's something
Yeah.
that takes away from, the kids now and virtual learning. But I'm pretty sure, there's a lot of more positive things. If you guys have any positive feedback on virtual learning or, want to count us your experience with virtual learning, please let us know in the
Yeah,
comments,
no,
guys.
for sure. Like, give us your opinion. If you, actually, goes out to the public, goes out to you as well.
Yes.
If you could change one thing about virtual learning, what would it be? What would it
Yeah.
make your experience better with virtual learning?
Right. Yeah, and like another thing could be that professors and other people are dealing with is like the test being virtual. Like I don't mean to put the
Lockdown
secret
browser,
out there.
baby.
Lockdown browser, yeah, but you know, people are cheating more, inclined to cheat and pass the test. So that's why we're getting people out here, you know, majoring and graduating and stuff that are not genuinely knowing what the heck they're doing
Yeah.
because of online learning, which is sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey,
that is.
we just gotta look at the positives, man. That's
No, yeah, yeah, and we're progressing. Like I said, you know, luckily we've been doing good. You know, a lot of things are opening up. Things slowly starting getting back to
back to
normal.
normal. Yep.
Only thing that I can say, you know, is appreciate the freedom, you know, that we get.
Amen.
Because you know we never know when something like this may happen again. You know,
it's a wake up call, guys.
It's a
that
wake
way
up
we
call.
know to be prepared.
You know,
bro. Because when it happened, bro, I'm telling you, I did not go outside for like 2 or 3 months, bro. And it's not even an exaggeration.
Facts.
Like, that's why. I mean, I was just. I thought it was in the air, bro. I know everybody can relate.
Yeah,
I thought
man.
you know the vid was in the air. That's the
COVID-19 gonna get ya. Kevin Hart said that.
But yeah, guys, let us know once again your experiences with online learning. If you approve or you know you don't approve, let us know. We're curious to know, guys.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, before we end this video, you know, we want to give you guys back, you know, some stuff. So we're gonna be doing a little giveaway.
Amen. Well, remember, guys, we don't want you guys to get away from the 200 subscribers.
Yeah,
giveaway,
that's still in place. That's still in place.
Shirts, a couple shirts from Golden Apparel, which is Michael's brand. So I don't know. Maybe we will be at 200 subscribers when this comes out. Hopefully we are. But if not, here's another giveaway.
Yeah, here's another giveaway. You know, just a little something for you guys. You know, we'll be giving away $25 Amazon gift card. You know, you can buy you something with that. All you have to do is literally subscribe, follow us on all social media.
Yes.
We'll leave that in the link below. Be subscribed. Also, leave a comment. Like all the previous video. And pretty much tell us in the comment section what will you use those $25 for. Yeah, let us know what you will buy with those $25.
Right. So make sure you send me or Michael a screenshot of your subscription and you know you liking the videos. That way you can answer. If you're local, we could go and give it to you. If you're if you're in a different state, we could ship it out to you.
Yeah, or you better send it virtual through email.
Yeah. So remember, guys, this is the Vibras podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Remember to subscribe on every digital platform and always subscribe
and let's vibe.
Peace.